I thought that once they got thwarted by the FBI for trying to kill my governor, Big Gretch here in Michigan, for acting responsibly in response to COVID, and having a top 10 country or top 10 state in regards to COVID transmissions and top 7 in economy during this terrible, terrible year of COVID-19. Michigan has been very successful thanks to the leadership of Gretchen Whitmer. Thank you, Big Gretch. I appreciate you. Anyways, they tried to kill her, and then I thought that was going to be over. I thought that was going to be over. But instead, they decided to try to assassinate Joe Biden as well. It's very strange. And before we talk about that, for just 1 second, Silverfire asked, if you were to cook a bone-in ribeye, how would you cook it? Well, the answer to that is reverse sear. Look up reverse sear and do that. So they tried to assassinate Joe Biden. They tried to assassinate him. North Carolina man arrested after he's discovered with guns, explosives in plot to assassinate Joe Biden. So you missed this because it came out yesterday during the debate. So I figured we'd talk about it today. I'm going to keep this on the big screen like this so we can all read it together. In fact, my little overlay is we need to move to the left. We should just like America, okay? Just like America, we need to move to the left here. Okay? We're going to do that all together. That's fine. Don't worry about editing that. Everything's fine. There we go. Much better. So, Alexander Hillel Treisman was arrested in late May outside of Kannapolis, North Carolina, after plotting to assassinate former Vice President Joe Biden and carry out an act of terrorism. It's the second assassination plot to kill Joe Biden that the public is aware of this year. What was the first one? A Maryland man arrested over plot to kidnap, beat, sodomize, and murder Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on national TV. Okay, all right. I just got back. What a thing to come back to. Handmade leather boots. Look at those nice-ass boots. Thanks, ads. It's a little uncool. Handmade leather boots by New Chic. Do you think they wanted to be in the middle of the assassination plot to kill Joe Biden? I don't know. North Carolina Middle District Court shows that there was an arrest warrant issued on June 10th, 2020, and Treisman appears to have attempted to seal the indictments. According to the report, a federal judge argued that Treisman should remain behind bars on child pornography charges, but the evidence outlined in the indictment described more of an act of terrorism and assassination than abusive images of electronics. So, it's interesting. I find that, you know, the people that are worried about like Pizzagate and the Democrats are a bunch of pedophiles. I feel like they always are into pedophilia. What's that about? What is that thing? Are they just what? I don't understand. Have they seen kids? Not sexy. There's not one kid that's sexy. Not one of them. It's just not a thing. I don't understand. Pedophilia is a strange thing. Projection, you think? Think it might be projection? Those are the bad guys. If I hunt them, surely no one will notice. What a fucking weirdo. Anyway, this gets fucking crazy. Prepare your butts. Treisman's van had been parked outside a Kannapolis bank in the parking lot, and the staff called the police to investigate. That's when they found a cache of weapons and explosives. Through the windows, KPD officers, thanks so much, Redbeard Goblin, for following. KPD officers observed an AR-15 style rifle, a box for a Taurus 380 handgun, a canister of the explosive material tannerite, and a box of 5.56 caliber ammunition, which would go in the AR-15. At least that's my assumption. AR-15s take 5.56, right? AR-15 ammo. Am I nuts? 5.56. Yep. I'm not crazy. I've played video games. Also grew up shooting guns. The indictment also includes statements from the FBI agent who was part of the Joint Terrorism Task Force. They found approximately $500,000 of U.S. currency, believed to be the defendant's inheritance, books about survival, bomb-making, improvised weapons, drawings of swastikas, and planes crashing into buildings, as well as 5 additional guns. There were 3 different driver licenses in different states which Treisman was able to use to purchase weapons in other states across the country in Washington, Kansas, New Hampshire, and West Virginia. There's no problem with the way that we deal with how we sell weapons in the United States. No problem. Please don't look at this at all. Ignore that. Freedom. The order said agents found child pornography on 8 different electronic devices. I don't even have 8 electronic devices. I got this phone, okay? It's a nice phone. There's a boy on it. He's cute. I got this computer. I guess you could count my smart TV. Can you keep child porn on a PlayStation? Maybe on a flash drive? So I got a PlayStation. Can you keep child porn on a Nintendo Switch? I don't know either. I gotta ask the experts. That's all my electronic devices. What fucking 8 do you have? Do you have a Palm Pilot too? You never know when you're gonna have to rub one out in a fucking Denny's. Better have it on multiple devices. Just fucking weird. Real weird. Bellum. Whoever runs out of context, actually, please clip that. Yeah, that's fine. One note was found on the defendant's Samsung S9 cell phone, plotting a mass shooting at a shopping mall food court during Christmas or on Black Friday. Switches can take an SD, so theoretically, yes, I guess. Okay. I've got several images, but thankfully it's unclear if they're kids or squids. Oh, okay. Okay. His Reddit account username, Alex the Bodacious, talks about pedophilia and executing those he doesn't like. Wow. All right. This is going to get certainly demonetized, and that's totally fine, okay? Sumarin, thanks for following. Okay. Content warning for fucking everything. Content warning for everything. Are you ready? Everything that I'm about to say is a content warning. Do with that as you may, okay? It is your responsibility to shut this off. It's not my responsibility to shut up, okay? Yeah, this guy's fucking bonanas. Are you ready? Come back in 5 minutes if you want to avoid whatever the fuck is about to happen. I'm going to read this to you. An internet post made by the defendant on February 22nd, 2020 references raping children and posting child porn. WBTV also said there is also an audio recording made on or about April 3rd, 2020 of the defendant narrating the perfect porn video, which describes defendant killing 2 parents with a shotgun and then sexually assaulting and impregnating their daughter. He alleged in April. This guy is not okay. This guy bought guns in the United States. He was cleared to buy guns multiple times. I'm just saying. He alleged on April 8th he was going to do a Columbine for a while, but I think it would be better to put towards something more memorable. He said a Columbine. He was going to do a Columbine. All right. Okay. Content warning over. He crafted a meme on April 15th. Not content warning over, but sexual content warning over. Should I kill Joe Biden? And his computer had a timeline of attempts looking for personal information on Biden, like his address, state gun laws, parts of a rifle, and night vision goggles. He even went so far as to post the meme from April 8th with a post about purchasing an AR-15 in New Hampshire and going to a Wendy's about 4 miles from Joe Biden's house. Of course he ate at Wendy's. A lawyer for Tricewood claims he is being diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, why would they... A lawyer? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Which does not lead... It's been diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome, which does not lead to anyone to assassination or terrorism. So I'm glad that they mentioned that. So apparently his defense team is being like, he's got Asperger's, so they're even attacking people with autism. Raw story was decent enough to be like, that is not relevant. When the court asked Treisman if he had any mental health conditions, he said he didn't. So that's that. That is fucking wild. It is, yeah. That's fucking, that's nutty. That's a nutty thing. Wowzers. So yeah. I appreciate Raw Story for pointing that out, by the way. I think that's this is very important. Which does not lead anyone to assassination or terrorism. Yes, of course. Okay, so again, if there... I'm going to dance around this a little bit, but let's be real, okay? You can tell that right-wing terrorism is a problem and is the problem as far as terrorism in America is concerned. Because I haven't read about left-wing attempts on anybody in this administration. And given the fact that this administration is so volatile, you would expect to see that. Right? If that were the case, if the left was as extreme as they claim, you would expect to see that kind of extremism when met with this kind of volatility. Right? I'm just tossing that out there. Food for thought. Okay? There has never been a more disliked president that lives on the right from people on the left than Donald Trump or the administration at large. And you don't have a bunch of these articles out here. I haven't heard of any attempts, just people saying they'd be fine with it happening. Exactly. I don't think, I couldn't handle the amount of yikes that was. It was a lot of yikes. That was a lot of yikes. So anyway, that is wild. And that should end. That should not be a thing that continues to happen. I guess we'll read the other one that happened 2 days ago. This was published for a Maryland man arrested. Well, might as well do this one too. I don't know I haven't read this one, so I don't know about any content warning, but I will try to catch it if I can. Maryland man arrested over plot to kidnap, sodomize, and murder Joe Biden and Kamala Harris on national TV. Let's see what happens. A Maryland man was arrested this week after he allegedly threatened to kidnap and kill Democratic candidates Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Trump cult extremists lashing out at the opposition out of fear of their leader failing. Fucking terrifying, yeah. WJZ reports that James Dale Reed, they always have these names. They are always the creepiest names. 42 of Maryland was arrested earlier this month after he admitted writing a letter and leaving it at a Frederick home in the morning of October 4th. A Ring door camera caught an image of the person. Here's the letter. This is a warning to anyone reading this letter. If you are a Biden-Harris supporter, you will be targeted. We have a list of homes and addresses by your election signs. We are the ones with those scary guns. We are the ones your children have nightmares about. WJZ described the rest of the message as too graphic to print. Wow. The rest of the message is too graphic to detail, but claims that they will allegedly beat Biden and sodomize Harris before executing them on national television. Jesus Christ. It's the fact that we just read, this is raw story. We just read another article from that other guy. Apparently what is written in this is more graphic than that, because that hit a line for me. Reed initially denied that he wrote the letter, but when he was interviewed by Secret Service on October 13th, the suspect admitted writing the letter and was arrested 2 days later. He is facing charges of voter intimidation and threatening mass violence. Reed was said to be known by the Secret Service for a threat against a protected person in 2014. Wowzers. So, again, all this talk of like voter suppression and voter intimidation and like, the left is trying to do hoaxes and then they're trying to mess with the election. A little projection? This is right-wing terrorism. Over and over. Right-wing terrorism. Absolutely fucking too much. It's just too much. We should we should not be doing this kind of shit. John Fallon, I have Asperger's now. I'm wondering what it's going to do my upcoming disability trial. Well, I mean, I don't think this is going to affect that at all. Anyway, that is it's batty. It's absolutely batty. We should not be not be dealing with this kind of shit. You can tell that assassination is a right-wing mentality when all four of the presidents who have been assassinated were on the left wing of their time. Every time. Yeah. I mean, that's just how